This is Radhika. I am going to give a video lecture on for electronics. This is for 5th semester electrical students. Today I am going to discuss about the converters. In this, we are going to discuss about the single phase half wave controlled converter using R load. So, in previous classes, we discussed about the definition of converters and classification of converters. Now, today we are going to discuss about the working of single phase half wave controlled converter with resistive load and voltage and current waveforms, voltage and current equations. So here, so here, this is the circuit diagram for single phase half wave controlled converter. So in this diagram shows the single phase half wave controlled converter using resistive load. It consists of a single thyristor feeding DC power to resistive load. Let us consider a source voltage Vs is equal to Vm sin omega t is applied to the circuit. For this circuit, we are using the source as AC current. Supply voltage is equal to maximum voltage into sin omega t. So, according to positive terminal, we are connecting the one thyristor, that is the T, and the thyristor has the thyristor voltage, and it is the output voltage. Here we are taking load as resistor, and here it also output voltage V0. So here we are using the thyristor as converter. The converter, it converts AC to DC power. So here in this, the diagram is the single it is the single phase half wave controlled converter using resistive load. It consists of a single thyristor feeding DC power to resistive load. Let us consider a source voltage Vs is equal to Vm sin omega t is applied to the circuit. During the positive half cycle of input voltage, the thyristor anode is positive with respect to its cathode. Hence, the thyristor is said to be forward biased. When the thyristor is triggered at some delay angle omega t is equal to alpha, the thyristor starts conducting and full voltage is appeared across the load as V0. At the instant of delay angle or firing angle alpha, the voltage V0 rises from 0 to Vm sin alpha, means maximum sin value. So, when the input voltage starts to the negative at omega t is equal to pi, the thyristor anode is negative with respect to its cathode, causes the thyristor T is said to be reverse biased, therefore it is turned off. Hence, the voltage at the load becomes 0. So here in this single phase half wave controlled converter with using of resistive load, it has Vs is the source voltage and V0 is the average voltage across load, or I0 is the average load current and Vt is the voltage across thyristor. Output voltage is controlled by varying the firing angle alpha at which the thyristor starts conducting. In this, during positive half cycle, during the positive half cycle of the supply voltage, the thyristor is forward biased, and when fired at alpha, full supply voltage is applied to the load, that is R, and current flows through it. Note, firing angle is the angle between the instant thyristor would conduct if it were a diode and the instant when it is triggered. So during negative half cycle supply voltage, the thyristor is reverse biased and block the supply voltage. So here, during negative half cycle of the supply voltage, the thyristor is reverse biased and blocks the supply voltage, and no current flows through the load. Once SCR is on, load current flows until it is turned off by reversal voltage at Wt is equal to pi and 3 pi, etc. So just you can observe in these waveforms. This is the waveforms for single phase half wave controlled converter with R load. So here in this first waveform is the reference waveform. Is the first waveform is the reference voltage waveform that is used for supply voltage. So the supply voltage will be sinusoidal, and it has the in y-axis we can consider as supply voltage, and in y-axis we are taken the Wt. So here the waveform, the sine waveform, here it is the maximum voltage. The amplitude is the maximum voltage, and also here are the Ig. Ig means it is the gate current of thyristor. So the gate current, these are the firing pulses. There's a firing pulses of the converter, and also the output voltage like this. Here this portion is the alpha. Alpha means nothing but it is the delay angle of the converter. So here, so in this waveform, when we are we will start the converter. First it takes some firing angle that will be from 0 to some angle. The angle may be 0 to maximum 180, but we can consider 10 to 170. Overally the possibility of firing angle will be 0 to 180 degrees, but we can consider as the 10 to 170 degrees. So it is the alpha in some delay angle, and the thyristor will starts conducting, and it goes to some value, and again it reaches to maximum value, and it comes to 0 value. So this is the only half wave. Half wave means there is only positive half cycle, and there is in second half cycle the current will be flows in inverse the x-axis, and in second cycle again after 2 pi again it will be conducts at 2 pi plus alpha. Again the cycle will be repeats. So in the thyristor conducts around alpha to pi, and pi to 2 pi the converter will be in off position, but the little bit current will be flows. In case of Vt, terminal voltage, where the voltage at output voltage it will be where it conducts the output voltage, the terminal voltage is starts, means where is the absence of output voltage, the terminal voltage will be in presence. So in this output voltage, the negative waveform is nil, but in terminal voltage the negative waveform will be formed. So these are the waveforms for single phase half wave converter using of R load. So here in this, the thyristor conducts from alpha to pi, 2 pi to 2 pi plus alpha to 3 pi, so etc. So the cycle will be repeats, and full supply voltage is applied across the load from alpha to pi, 2 pi plus alpha to 3 pi. And also dash the load voltage and load current is 0 from 0 to alpha to 2 pi plus alpha, etc. In single phase half wave converter circuit produces only one pulse of the load current during one cycle of source voltage. So in this we have the equations of single phase half wave control converter with the R load. V naught in the terms of firing angle alpha is output voltage is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral of alpha to pi Vm sin omega t dWt. So this is the already derived equation. We have no complete equation, that is equal to Vm by 2 pi of minus cos Wt alpha to pi. Finally, V naught is equal to Vm by 2 pi into 1 plus cos alpha. So in case of alpha is in case of alpha V naught, in case of alpha is equal to 0 degrees, the output is equal to Vm by pi. In case of alpha is equal to 90 degrees, V naught is equal to Vm by 2 pi. In case of alpha is equal to 180 degrees, V naught is equal to 0. So this is the equation for single phase half wave control converter. Single phase inspection of the waveform shows clearly that the greater the firing delay angle alpha, the lower is the equation, confirming that it falls to 0 when alpha is equal to 180 degrees. And in this the average load current I naught is equal to V by R, that is equal to Vm by 2 pi R into 1 plus cos alpha. So I naught is in phase with V naught for resistive load. And during the conduction period of thyristor, Vt is equal to 0. During non-conduction period, Vt has the wave shape of supply voltage of Vs. Vs is equal to V naught plus Vt. In this, the thyristor voltage Vt waveform shows a positive voltage during the delay period, and also that both the peak forward and peak reverse voltages are equal to Vm of the supply. So here in this, at the instant of delay angle alpha, firing angle alpha, the load voltage V naught rises from 0 to Vm sin alpha. When the input voltage starts to be negative at Wt is equal to pi, the thyristor anode is negative with respect to its cathode, causes the thyristor T is said to be reversed bias. Therefore, it is turned off. Hence, the voltage at the load becomes 0. The thyristor conducts from alpha t is equal to alpha to 2 pi plus alpha to 3 pi, and so on. The cycle will be repeats. If the firing angle alpha is increased from 0 to pi, the average load voltage decreases from the large value to 0. The load current I0 is in phase with the load voltage V0 because the load is resistive. The waveform of voltage drop across the thyristor Vt during the conducting periods. The voltages drop across the thyristor is 0, and during the non-conducting periods the voltage drop in the thyristor is appeared and is represented in the waveform. So this is about the single phase half wave control converter using R load. And also I am going to show you the YouTube lecture about single phase half wave control converter using R load.
In this video, we are going to discuss the circuit operation of single phase half wave controlled rectifier. Okay. So here we are having the circuit diagram for single phase half wave controlled rectifier with purely resistive load. Okay. So here we are having the supply voltage Vs, the load is purely resistive, and here it is a thyristor. Okay. So as the thyristor is the controlled switch, that's why it is known as the controlled rectifier, right? Also we can control the output voltage of these rectifiers, so that's why it is known as the controlled rectifier. If you check in the uncontrolled rectifier, we were having the diode, right? And in that case the output voltage was fixed. Okay, it was not the controlled one. Okay, but in this case, by varying the firing angle, that is the angle at which we are going to fire, we are going to trigger the SCR, that is nothing but the firing angle. Okay, so by varying the firing angle, we can vary the output voltage. Okay, that's why the output voltage is a variable DC. Okay, output voltage is a variable DC. Now let us first discuss the circuit. Yes, here it is the supply voltage, thyristor and the resistor. Okay, supply voltage Vs is equal to Vm into sine of omega t, right? So here Vs is equal to Vm into sine of omega t. Vs is equal to Vm into sine of omega t. So from omega t is equal to 0 to pi, Vs is positive. From pi to 2 pi, Vs is negative. 2 pi to 3 pi, again it is the positive, right? So here Vs we are having the positive, and negative pulses or the values. Okay. Next, so suppose if Vs is positive, the polarity will be plus here and minus here. Okay, so this is like a highest potential point in the circuit, this is like a lowest potential point in the circuit. So if you check, when Vs is positive, the highest potential is appearing at the anode of thyristor, lowest potential is appearing at the cathode of thyristor. Okay, so can we say that anode is at more potential than that of the cathode? So thyristor will be in the forward bias mode. Okay, so please important to note. Okay, point to be noted, when Vs is positive, yes, the thyristor T will be in the forward bias mode. Similarly, when Vs is negative, yes, here it is a minus and here it is a plus. Okay, so when Vs is negative, this is the lowest potential point, this is the highest potential point. Lowest potential is appearing at the anode of thyristor, highest potential is appearing at the cathode of thyristor. Okay, so anode is at lowest potential, so therefore can we say that the thyristor is in the reverse bias mode? Yes. Okay, so when Vs is positive, thyristor T is in the forward bias mode. When Vs is negative, thyristor T will be in the reverse bias mode, right? So now let us discuss the circuit operation, right, in each interval. Okay, so if you check, for omega t is equal to 0 to alpha, right? For omega t is equal to 0 to alpha, right? So if you check the waveforms, here it is a Vs waveform, that is a sinusoidal voltage. Okay, so as I said, when Vs is positive, thyristor will be in the forward bias mode. Okay, So if we want to turn on the thyristor with the help of gate signal, okay, so first of all we need to check whether the thyristor is in the forward bias mode or not. Okay, if the thyristor is in the forward bias mode, then and only then we can turn it on by applying the gate signal, right? So as from omega t is equal to 0 to pi, thyristor is in the forward bias mode, so that's why we have applied the gate signal. When Vs is negative, that is from pi to 2 pi, okay, thyristor is in the reverse bias mode, right? So during this interval thyristor will be in the reverse bias mode. So if the thyristor is in the reverse bias mode, yes, yeah, if we apply the gate signal, whether our thyristor will turn on? No. Okay, so during reverse biasing of the thyristor we have not applied the gate signal, right? Next, from 2 pi to 3 pi, Vs is positive, right? Vs positive means thyristor is in the forward bias mode, right? So thyristor is in the forward bias mode, so we applied the gate signal to the thyristor, right, at 2 pi plus alpha. Okay, alpha is the firing angle. Okay, so this angle is alpha, this angle is alpha, this is nothing but the firing angle of the thyristor. Firing is nothing but the triggering. Okay, means at this instant we are applying the gate signal to the thyristor. So therefore our thyristor will turn on at omega t is equal to alpha, right? Because already it is in the forward bias mode. Okay, so when thyristor is in the forward bias mode, as we know, thyristor is a 4-layer 3-junction device. 3 junctions are J1, J2, J3. Okay, so J1, J3 are already in the forward bias mode. J2 is in a reverse bias mode, right? So in order to reduce the width of the depletion layer across junction J2, yes, we are circulating the gate current at omega t is equal to alpha. Okay, so after alpha or at omega t is equal to alpha, our thyristor, yes, will turn on definitely. Okay, so next, so if you check for omega t is equal to 0 to alpha, okay, now for omega t is equal to 0 to alpha, whether we have applied the gate signal between 0 to alpha? No, we have applied the gate signal at alpha actually. Okay, so from omega t is equal to 0 to alpha, or we can write omega t is in between 0 and alpha. Okay, so yes, thyristor will be in the forward bias mode, but we have not applied the gate signal, right? Thyristor is in the forward bias mode, but we have not applied the gate signal. Okay, so this is Vs volt, this is thyristor, this is Vt, this is It, and this is Is, supply current Is. Purely resistive load, this voltage is V0, this current is I0. Okay, so now if you check from omega t is equal to 0 to alpha, Vs is positive, Vs is positive, but we have not applied the gate signal to the thyristor. Okay, so we have not applied the gate signal thyristor. So what is the mode of operation of thyristor? Thyristor will be in the forward blocking mode. Okay, recall the 3 modes of operation from the static VI characteristic of the SCR. Okay, which are those 3 modes? Forward blocking mode, forward conduction mode, and reverse blocking mode. Okay, so here thyristor is in the forward bias mode, but we have not applied the gate signal, so mode of operation will be forward blocking mode, right? During forward blocking mode, thyristor voltage is high, current is very less, means thyristor will be acting as an open switch only. Okay, so here thyristor will be in the off state. Okay, so from 0 to alpha, if thyristor is in the off state, yes, can we say that the current in the circuit is 0? Definitely. So current in the circuit is 0, so we can write Is is equal to It is equal to I0 is equal to what? 0 ampere, right? All the 3 currents, Is, It, and I0, all are 0. Okay, next, what is V0? V0, according to Ohm's law, V0 is equal to I0 into R, right? So I0 is 0, so therefore V0 is also equal to 0. Next, can we apply KVL to the loop? Yes, we can write KVL to loop. KVL to loop. So it is plus Vs minus Vt minus V0 is equal to 0. Okay, out of that V0 is 0, so can we write it as Vt is equal to Vs? Yes, we can write Vt is equal to Vs. So thyristor voltage is same as that of the supply voltage. Okay, so if you check from omega t is equal to 0 to alpha, okay, so V0 is 0, I0 is 0, right? I0 0, V0 0, right? What is Vt? Vt is same as that of the supply voltage. Vt is same as that of the supply voltage. Okay, right? Again, I0 and It and Is all are same. So here we can add the terms I0, It, and Is. Okay, I0, It, Is all are same, right? 0 to alpha. Next, is this clear? So during 0 to alpha, thyristor will be in the forward blocking mode. Okay. Next, let us discuss for omega t is in between alpha to pi. For omega t is in between alpha to pi. Alpha to pi. Okay. So during alpha to pi, right? So at omega t is equal to alpha, we are applying the gate signal to the thyristor, right? So our thyristor will turn on at alpha, right? So at alpha our thyristor will turn on. Okay, so thyristor will act as a short circuit. Okay, so once thyristor acts as a short circuit, current will be flowing from Vs, thyristor, load, and again back to the Vs. So in this loop the current will be flowing. Okay, so what is the Vt, or first of all what is the mode of operation of thyristor? It is a forward conduction mode. Are you getting the point? 0 to alpha it was a forward blocking mode, now it is a forward conduction mode. Okay, so next, what is the Vt? Yes, thyristor is acting as a short circuit, so Vt is equal to 0 volt, right? Next, can we apply KVL to the loop? Yes, KVL to loop is plus Vs minus Vt minus V0 is equal to 0. Out of that Vt is 0, so we can write it as a V0 is equal to Vs, right? So output voltage is same as that of the supply voltage from alpha to pi. Okay, next, so V0 is same as that of the Vs, right? Next, what is I0? As we know, I0, IT and Is all are same because we are having only one loop. Okay, so I0 is equal to IT is equal to Is is equal to what? V0 by R, which is equal to Vs by R, because V0 is same as that of the Vs, so it is a Vs by R. Are you getting the point? Okay, so if you check for omega t is in between alpha to pi, for omega t is equal to alpha to pi, what is V0? V0 is same as that of the supply voltage. I0, yes, it is a Vs by R, so it is a Vs by R means what? V0, I0 will be in phase with V0. Are you getting the point? I0 will be in phase with V0, right? Because it is a V0 is Vs and I0 is Vs by R. Okay, so it will be in phase with V0. Next, what is Vt? Vt is 0 from alpha to pi. Okay, next, after pi, yes, let us discuss what will happen from from pi to 2 pi. For omega t is equal to pi to 2 pi, let us discuss what will happen. Okay, so if you check, after pi the supply voltage is reversed, right? Supply voltage is reversed. So if the supply voltage is reversed, the reverse voltage Vs, this is Vt, this is It, this is Is, R, V0, and this is I0. Okay, so after pi the supply voltage is negative, right? After pi the supply voltage is negative. Supply voltage is negative means we have, yes, reverse the polarities of the supply voltage Vs. Okay, so minus here and plus here. Okay, so this is the lowest potential point, this is the highest potential point. Okay, so definitely our thyristor will be in the reverse bias mode. Okay, so if you check, thyristor is in the reverse bias mode, and if you check the IT waveform or I0 waveform, at omega t is equal to pi, current flowing through thyristor becomes equal to 0. At omega t is equal to pi, the current flowing through thyristor becomes equal to 0, right? So current flowing through the thyristor becomes equal to 0. The meaning is, it is like a anode current of the thyristor has reached the 0 value. Okay, so whether the 0 value of anode current is less than the holding current value? Definitely yes. So can we say that the first condition for commutation of thyristor has reached at omega t is equal to pi? Yes, recall the procedure for commutation of thyristor. First step, first of all we need to reduce the anode current value less than the holding current value, right, which has reached at omega t is equal to pi. After that we need to maintain the reverse voltage across the thyristor. Okay, so if you check the circuit, right, due to the nature of the supply voltage, after omega t is equal to pi, right, due to the nature of the supply voltage after omega t is equal to pi, automatically the reverse voltage will be maintained across the thyristor. Are you getting the point? Okay, so how we are maintaining the reverse voltage across the thyristor? Yes, it is due to the nature of the supply voltage. So please be careful. Here we have not added external elements, right, for successful turn off of the thyristor, right? It is due to the nature of the supply voltage, the thyristor is turning off or the reverse voltage is maintained across the thyristor. Okay, so that's why it is known as the natural commutation. So in this type, as I said, in the rectifier circuitry the input is AC, right, and when the input is AC, yes, the type of the commutation of the thyristor, yes, it will be the natural commutation, right? So here if you check, at omega t is equal to pi, the current flowing through thyristor becomes 0, and after that the reverse voltage will be maintained across the thyristor. This is due to, yes, reversal of the supply voltage, right, reversal of the supply voltage, right? So here at omega t is equal to pi, our thyristor will successfully turn off. Okay, so from pi to 2 pi the thyristor will be in the reverse bias mode. Okay, so mode of operation, it is a reverse blocking mode. Mode of operation of thyristor, it is a reverse blocking mode, right? So thyristor will be acting as an open circuit, right? So now in this case, if you check, thyristor is acting as an open switch, so what is the current in the loop? It will be 0. Okay, so we can write it as I0 is equal to IT is equal to IS is equal to 0 ampere, right? So I0, IT, IS all are 0, right, from pi to 2 pi, or thyristor is in the off state, so due to that the current will be 0. Next, so if the current is 0, what is the V0? V0 is equal to I0 into R according to the Ohm's law. So V0 is equal to 0 volt, right? Next, if V0 is 0 volt, what is the Vt? Yes, we can apply the KVL and we can find Vt. Okay, so it is a minus Vs minus Vt minus V0 is equal to 0, right? This is the KVL equation for this loop. Okay, out of this V0 is 0, right? So we can write Vt is equal to minus Vs. Okay, so voltage across thyristor will be the reverse voltage, right? Voltage across thyristor will be the reverse voltage. So if you check, after omega t is equal to pi, or for omega t is in between 0 to 2 pi, yes, what is happening? The voltage across thyristor will be the minus Vs, right? So it is a negative voltage, but the magnitude will be same as that of the supply voltage that will be appearing across the thyristor, right? So from pi to 2 pi, Vt is minus Vs, I0, IT, IS is equal to 0, V0 is 0. Are you getting the point? Okay, so after 2 pi what will happen? Yes, whatever the waveform means, here 0 to 2 pi one cycle of the supply is completing, right? So after 2 pi second cycle will start. Okay, so whatever the waveform we are having in the output, right, from 0 to 2 pi, the same will repeat from 2 pi to 4 pi, right? The same will repeat from 2 pi to 4 pi. Are you getting the point? Okay, so for Vt also, right, from 0 to alpha it is a Vs, so therefore 2 pi to 2 pi plus alpha it will be Vs only, right? Are you getting the point? So this is a Vs, this is also Vs, this is also Vs. Is this clear? Are you getting the point? Okay, so this is about the circuit operation of single phase half wave controlled rectifier with purely resistive load. Okay, so if you check the output voltage waveform, here V0, yes, supply voltage is positive and negative, means it is a sinusoid, it is a AC voltage. Okay, V0, here we are having the 0 value, positive value, 0 value, positive value. Okay, so it is a DC. Okay, output voltage is having only single polarity, that is a positive. Okay, positive value, so that's why it is a DC. Okay, but it is a flat DC? No, it is a pulsating DC. Output is a pulsating DC. Next, if you check, corresponding to one input cycle, that is from 0 to 2 pi, corresponding to one input cycle, in the output we are getting only one pulse. Corresponding to one input cycle, in the output we are getting only one pulse. That's why it is known as a single phase single pulse rectifier. Okay, it is also known as a single phase, this is a phase, single phase, yes, single pulse, SCR. Some of the times they have asked the question like, in a single phase single pulse SCR. So if they use the wording single phase single pulse SCR or single phase single pulse rectifier, then you need to understand it is a half wave rectifier. Are you getting the point? Because corresponding to one input cycle, single phase means what? Corresponding to one input cycle, right? Single phase we are having. Okay, corresponding to one input cycle, in the output we are getting only one pulse. That's why it is a single phase single pulse SCR. Okay, next, if the input supply frequency is 50 hertz, suppose if input supply frequency is 50 hertz, then what will be the output pulse frequency, right? Input supply frequency is 50 hertz, the meaning is the input supply is completing 50 cycles in 1 second. Okay, so in 1 second the input supply is completing 50 cycles. Okay, so that is the meaning of 50 hertz. Okay, so what is the pulse frequency of the output voltage? As I said, corresponding to one input cycle, in the output we are getting only one pulse. So in 1 second how many pulses we will be getting for this V0? Definitely we will be getting the 50 pulses, right? So for one cycle we are having the one pulse, so for 50 cycles of the supply we will be having 50 pulses in the output. Okay, so what is the output pulse frequency? It is a 50, right? So please be careful, or please try to understand, the output pulse frequency is equal to supply frequency in the case of single phase half wave rectifier, right? So This is about the single phase half wave control rectifier with purely resistive load circuit operation. Okay. In the next video, we are going to derive the expressions related to this circuit. Thank you.
So this is about half wave, single phase half wave control converter using of R load. So these are the equation: output current, average current or output current is equal to output voltage by resistance, that will be Vm by 2 pi R into 1 plus cos alpha. So this is the about the single phase half wave controlled converter using a R load. And in this today we discussed about the working principle of single phase half wave controlled converter and voltage and current waveforms, load voltage and load current expressions in terms of alpha. So here we have the few quiz questions and frequently asked questions. And in next class we are going to discuss about the single phase half wave with RL load and using of freewheeling diode. Thank you.